Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some more Star Wars Battlefront 2 news, because Guillaume dropped quite a lot of hints in regards to what hero changes we can expect to see in May with the rework of heroes versus villains as well. But firstly, I just wanted to give a quick mention in regards to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, as Vince Zampella as well as the EA Star Wars account did indeed confirm out on Twitter yesterday that the gameplay will be shown at E3/EA Play in June. This was previously kind of confirmed by Jay, just not EA Play or E3 in specific, but June usually means E3 or EA Play. So yeah, at EA Play we will be seeing some Jedi Fallen Order gameplay, and I will be there in person as well. Maybe get my hands on, I doubt it to be honest, probably just gonna be like showing off gameplay, but if there's any way I can get my hands on the game, I will of course share my thoughts. But now over to the Battlefront 2 hero changes. Starting off, Guillaume said the following: Yoda's speed up. I'm wondering if this means his attack speed or running speed. Running speed is fine on him, but I'm guessing maybe attack speed, because the attack speed does feel quite a bit slower on him compared to some of the other heroes, and that's one of the main issues, especially now that the dash does not go through blocks, but that will be fixed in the next patch like I mentioned. But yeah, I'm not sure what exactly the speed refers to, if it's just his running speed or attack speed. And then health regeneration for blasters up, which is very good to hear. I'm assuming this would mean things like Han Solo, Chewbacca, maybe all blaster heroes actually, but some of them like Han and Chewie have lower health regeneration than normal troopers even have, since they regenerate I think 100 or 150 health, which is very low, and I'm glad that the blaster heroes are getting some love as well. Next up, Boba and Chewie get their health up. I think that makes sense. Chewie is quite weak and is easy to kill. Same goes for Boba, so I think that's a very reasonable change. And then Luke's saber damage will be upped a little bit. I think that makes sense as well. He is good at pushing people off sides and similarly, but as soon as you start playing on, well, maps where you can't push people off, he's not that strong. And then Obi-Wan's mind trick length will be increased a little bit. I think that might make sense. Not really something I felt was necessary after the previous buff to him, but I don't think I mind it either. And then unrelenting advanced damage up plus fix, which I really like. Fix wise, I'm not sure exactly what it refers to, but since you are so slow with Grievous when you use unrelenting advance, you very rarely hit more than once with unrelenting advance, so I think it makes sense that it should do some serious damage if you happen to be caught by it. And then a dot reticle for Boba. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I mean, when you play Boba now, you still have some type of reticle so that you can aim, but maybe it has something to do with aim down sight or just an improved dot reticle overall. Not entirely sure what that means. But then we got something interesting in-air recover and dodges for Boba. So this is quite interesting. I'm assuming that this, for instance, means that the dodge should you while you're down on the ground, you can now do in the air. And secondly, right now, if you're like really far up in the air and someone shoots you with like Chewie's bowcaster or an explosive, you will be basically falling all the way until you hit the ground. So it makes sense that maybe you'll be falling for a second and then you can recover. I mean, you still need to get some punishment for getting hit by those things, otherwise it's gonna be so hard to counter a Boba who will just be flying all over the place. But you shouldn't be falling for like 3-4 seconds, so I think some type of middle ground there could be good. And then as for Vader, we got quite a bit of changes here. Both his stamina recharge delay is down, and he gets damage reduction during the choke, and his lightsaber damage is up. So he's gonna be quite buffed here, both in terms of being able to fight faster, since you won't have to wait as long to get the stamina up, and being able to choke without taking damage, or at least taking less damage, makes a lot of sense considering that's the same thing for Anakin's abilities, Obi-Wan's push, and similarly. And lastly, also Finn and Phasma's blaster damage has been upped. I think that is also a very fair change, as they are two of the, I would say, least played heroes most likely. Phasma has actually been quite good since they buffed her or fixed her staff strikes, so I'm actually quite excited to play her now that the blaster is going to be fairly useful as well. So Phasma, I think, is going to be really fun in especially modes like Galactic Assault, now that Staff Strikes has been really effective, but you have not been able to compete that well on medium to long range. Maybe you will now. So I think all of these changes sound good. There's none of them that I feel are wrong. Some of them are like, maybe could be good, maybe could be bad, hard to say without testing, but there are no no questionable changes here, if I'm gonna be completely honest, and there's a lot of good stuff in here, and obviously this is gonna drop together with the Heroes versus Villains update that's gonna remake it more into like something like Hero Blast. So it's gonna be a very good time to test out all of these changes, especially now that you won't have a target anymore, but you will be doing straight up battles against other heroes, and the only important thing really is to either kill them or survive, as that's how you will gain points, by killing more enemies than your team loses. But yeah, that's all I've got for you in this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.